Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now today I've come outside to film just because I thought it's a nice day. Why not? It's early in the morning, so it's still a bit quiet out here. So I thought, I'll come outside. Of course, I apologise about some noise still. I've still got my pond going on in the background and my hot tub making a buzzing noise over there. So there is still a bit of noise out here, so I do apologise. But hey, I thought, why not? It's nice outside. Let's come outside. So I wanted to make a video today because it's Bank Holiday Monday. So happy Bank Holiday to everyone. Hope you're all having a nice day, even, as nice as you can with, the pandemic still going on and whatnot. But yeah, I still wanted to come out here, make a video, and I was wondering what to do. I've got a few ideas rattling around. I want to give a shout out here quickly to my Patreon members, because I had a suggestion over there about talking about the way I wish things had ended, like with Star Wars and Game of Thrones. I obviously wasn't happy with Episode 9 or the Game of Thrones finale. So just kind of saying how I wish these things had ended, and I do plan on jumping on that idea. So I will be doing that. Thank you to my Patreon members for suggesting that to me. But for now, I thought I'd do something a bit easier. I had just grabbed all my Wes Anderson Blu-rays, ranked them from my least favourite to my favourite, and today we're going to be doing that. We're going to be ranking all of his films. How many has he got? He's got 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 films, and of course the French Dispatch is due to hit cinemas later this year. Whether or not that will be delayed because of coronavirus, we don't know yet. It very well could be, although, Wes Anderson's films never tend to do great money-wise at the cinema, so I don't know when it's scheduled to come out, but I know it's later in the year, so I think we might be okay with that one. But nevertheless, the film looks great, and I can't wait to see it. But here is my ranking for the 9 films we already have from Wes Anderson. This isn't including shorts or anything like that. So my least favourite. Now, the bottom 2 films in this list I really don't have much to say about because I watched them once and I don't have a great memory on them. But my least favourite is Rushmore. I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular opinion or not. I don't know if people love this film or not. I really don't know. These bottom 2 Wes Anderson films I don't know much about, I'm not going to lie. As I say, I watched them once, thought they were okay, and that's all I have to say on it, really. Honestly, it's an interesting film because I believe this was his second film. It was either this or Bottle Rocket that come first. And you can tell that he's still finding his way with this and Bottle Rocket. They're kind of they feel more like normal 90s movies with a hint of Wes Anderson in there. I don't think he'd got enough balls to go full on Wes Anderson style yet. Or the these companies that were putting out the films. I don't know who put this one out. Don't know if it was Warner Brothers or not. I can't see any big major logos on the back. But probably holding his hand, keeping him back a bit because he was a new director. But this film's still good. I enjoy it. It's fine. And next up is Bottle Rocket. Again, I like this film a lot. It's enjoyable enough. I really like the dynamic between the 3 main characters in this one. Of course. Why wouldn't people start doing that now while I'm in the middle of a video? But yeah, it's a nice dynamic. It's an interesting film. And this was his first one. Bottle Rocket. So I actually did prefer this over Rushmore, I'd say, a bit, just because I enjoy the bond between these 3 characters and the journey they go on. And it's an interesting film, and I do quite enjoy this movie. Put them this way so you can see them. I don't know if the camera's catching them or not. Next up is his most recent movie, Isle of Dogs. Now, this is the only one that I've seen in the cinema, and I've watched it at home since I got it, and it's a beautiful Blu-ray. It's the nicest Blu-ray I've got, actually, from Wes Anderson. It comes with some nice art cards, and the slip is beautiful. I found this film a tad boring at times, strangely. It had some moments where it was really engaging, and I don't know, I found it almost a bit annoying how often it cut between the dogs and the humans. But it was good. I like this film. It's still a good movie. But it didn't grip me like I think it gripped some people. But yeah, Isle of Dogs. Very interesting cast there. I really love the cast. Next up is Moonlight Kingdom. This film was one of the first ones I saw, and I absolutely loved it. I thought all the characters in it were really good. But my favourite characters, surprisingly, were just not the 2 leads. The 2 leads I found a bit... I know they're meant to be strange, but a bit strange where I couldn't get behind them as well as some of the side characters. I much preferred spending time with Edward Norton and Bill Murray. So yeah, really interesting. This is a rental copy apparently. Yeah, it come brand new. But yeah, one of my favourite bits, this has one of my favourite Wes Anderson scenes ever. It's when Bill Murray comes downstairs. I think he's a bit drunk and he's got his shirt off and a big axe on his back, and he just looks at his kid sitting on the stairs. He's like, I'm going to go cut a tree down. It's so random, weird, and I love it. You know, Bill Murray shines in Wes Anderson movies, I think. I mean, he's a great actor anyway, but he works so well with Bill Murray. He suits his style so well, as does Edward Norton, who of course pops up in a lot of them. And so does Owen Wilson. And then here we have the Royal Tenenbaums. Now, of course, this one here has a lot of big names in. Of course, bringing Bill Murray back. Owen Wilson's in this one. This film has Gwyneth Paltrow in. Ben Stiller is in this one. There's a big cast. This is the first proper Wes Anderson film, I think, where he really embraced his style. The studios let him. And it's so fun. I love films where it's just set in a big house and you've got a crazy family and there's all weird stuff going on. I love films like that, and this film is so good because it captures, you know, Wes Anderson's style on this one so well. It's a really great movie. The ending is really sweet, and yeah, I really do enjoy this film. I think it's a really good movie. Next up is the Darjeeling Limited. Now, I didn't love this one on first watch just because I liked it when they were on the train, the Darjeeling, and then about halfway through they get kicked off. And I didn't like the back half of the film much, the first couple of times I watched it. But I've grown to appreciate it more over the years because you see these three characters grow so well. Now, like I was saying with Bottle Rocket, how the characters grow together. This film is kind of similar. You've got three characters going on this journey and they're growing together. This film kind of does it better, I think. They're brothers, they're all so different. Owen Wilson is fantastic in this film. I think this might be my favourite performance I've ever seen Owen Wilson give. Just the cast in this, they all do a great job. It's a really interesting film, and the sets are beautiful and stunning. Some of the cinematography is great. This is really one of his best films, I think. Really well made. Yeah, it took me a few watches to really appreciate that one, I'll admit. But now I do. Really good movie. Okay, top three, here we go. Probably a little bit of biasness here towards this one, but I've put number 3 as Fantastic Mr. Fox. Now, I grew up with this one as a kid. Strangely, as a kid, obviously, I never knew I'd come to love Wes Anderson, but my parents bought me this on DVD, and I loved this film as a kid. It was one of my very favourites, so it's kind of cool that the director of this film has grown with me and become one of my favourite directors. This is there's a spider on my hand. Random moment of the video number 1. Yeah, this is his first stop motion film. Of course, he went on to do another one with Isles and Dogs. I hope he does another one at some point, although I do prefer his live action films. Annoying noise number 2. Plane. I can't even see it. It's ridiculous. The cast again is stacked. George Clooney is perfect for Fantastic Mr. Fox. George Clooney sometimes has a habit of underacting. He does such a good job here. Bill Murray, again, in this one is great. Meryl Streep is in this. Get closer, why don't you? I can't even see it. God. Anyway. I apologise, people. I really do. Yeah, but the cast will do a fantastic job. I've seen the making of this film, and they weren't in studio booths recording. He'd actually have them out running about in fields and stuff, and flipping over hay barrels while they speak and stuff, doing what they're doing in the film. It's really good. The film is stunning. The film is absolutely stunning. It's my favourite Roald Dahl adaptation to a film, alongside maybe the original BFG, not the Spielberg one. But yeah, this is a really great movie. Although, one thing that always struck me about the cover is, why is this character on here? The Owen Wilson character, who has one line. Is it just because it's Owen Wilson? I just really don't get why he's on the cover. I love this film. I think it's great. And I love all the action at the end. It's very strange for Wes Anderson to go full-on action at the end, with explosions and stuff. But I suppose stop motion, it's easier for him to do that. And it looks great. Coming in second place for me is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I sometimes say his name wrong. Sometimes I say Steve Zissou. I can only ever say it right after I've watched the film. I love this movie. This is Bill Murray's best performance ever, I think. I think he's hilarious in this movie. He cracks me up. There's a bit where these pirates hijack their ship about halfway through the film, and it is one of the funniest moments in cinema history, in my opinion. Watching Bill Murray take the ship back, it's incredible, it's beautiful. I love all the characters in this. Willem Dafoe gives a great performance. He's so strange and weird, and I love it. Jeff Goldblum is great in this film as well. Who else? Owen Wilson again appearing in this one. There's just, again, just a stacked cast in this, and it's fantastic. The music in this film is so weird, and I love it. I love there's a guy on there singing all these famous songs, David Bowie stuff in, I'm not sure what language it's in, but it's great. I love it. But the score itself is very techno, very weird, very early techno. It sounds fantastic. It works so well with the film. The visuals are stunning. I like the bit where it shows characters going from room to room or up decks, and the camera just pans up. It's like a tracking shot. It works so well. I absolutely love this film. I think it's really, really creatively brilliant. But number one for me is the Grand Budapest Hotel. Yes, this is my favourite Wes Anderson movie. I watch this film twice a year, probably. This one and Life Aquatic. These two films go on at least twice a year. I absolutely love them both. But this one here is something special. There's something about Ralph Fiennes in the lead character, playing Mr. Gustav. And he is so funny. He cracks me up in this film. He's absolutely hilarious. I love the plot of this film. I think it's fantastic. Some of the visuals in this film are stunning. Absolutely stunning. Everything about this film, it's creative, it's brilliant. I love a lot of the choices he made in terms of, you know, how they filmed it and whatnot. It's just a truly stunning film, and I think it's really sad at the end as well. Jude Law, this is maybe one of Jude Law's best performances as well. And again, the cast in this one will do a fantastic job. But yeah, there you go. There is my my Wes Anderson ranking. Now, I don't know if people are going to agree with this or not. I don't really know what the general consensus is on Wes Anderson. But for me, there is no doubt that these are my two favourite Wes Anderson movies. But I really like them all. He doesn't have a bad film yet. We'll see what The French Dispatch brings. But The French Dispatch looks really similar to this, actually. So, I'm holding out hope that it will be pretty damn awesome, I think. But yeah, there's my ranking of Wes Anderson movies. As I say, I've got a couple of videos in the works coming soon. My Patreon members, I just done a video I'm actually really excited about on my Patreon account. I went over my Star Wars books, so Star Wars novels and Star Wars comics, which I'm really into reading at the minute. So if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description to my Patreon page where you can go see that video. And as I say, to the people on Patreon who have recommended me to do videos, I am going to do them. They're in the works. I haven't forgotten about it. It's just taken me a bit longer than anticipated to get around to doing it. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. As always, in the description, you've got links to my Patreon, my Instagram accounts, my Twitter, my podcast, Off to the Movies. This week, we talk about the brand new film, Scoob. So make sure you go check out all those links. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye-bye.